I put a couple links in the Twitter there. When you I don't know if you can see them or not. Whatever you hit the white talk button and it tweets. I don't guess that's tweeting to the group. Um, what I was hoping for is for Alan or Witsit, because I know Alan's done a stream about light interacting with on a cellular. I forget what he called it, like ocular interfere or whatever, where they can like activate things with light. There's a video on there from, I know you guys have heard of the Thunderbolts project, but they have a video called Electrical Shaping of Biology. And what these researchers figured out how to do is actually regrow a lizard's eyeball on its tail by copying the frequency of the eyeball and then projecting that frequency to the tail instead of to the eyeball area. And they were able to recreate this process a bunch of times with different animals where they could regrow limbs that were severed by simply broadcasting the frequency or the energy, sort of like what you would, I guess, see with phantom limb syndrome or whatever, but in reality. So I posted that video, and then the other one I posted was I think it's a band TED talk where the guys found the actual royal rife frequencies to kill viruses and cancer and stuff. And they did a TED talk, and then TED took it down. It's one of the few TED Talks that are banned. The other one is like mushrooms, magic mushrooms, and something else I forget. But I posted that, and then the other one I was hoping you could look at. It's called Ed's Secret to Levitation, and this really smart guy. He's like a smart guy like Ken Wheeler. He goes by Mike from Space. He posted this video where he breaks down how Ed Leedskallen built that Coral Castle in Florida. If you guys know about the Coral Castle in Florida. And then the other video I posted is this guy figured out how to make yourself feel better with. He was studying animals that like get attacked, like giraffes and deers and stuff. And he was like, "Why don't they have PTSD? Why do humans have PTSD, but like animals don't?" And then he noticed like they shake, like a dog shakes kind of sometimes. And he figured out how to do these like yoga positions that make your muscles like quiver and shake. And it's like the results are like better than SSRIs and stuff. And then I had a question for Witsit, if he's ever going to do a Land of Chem stream. And that's all I got for if you guys are interested in any of those topics.
Would you say land of chem?
Yeah, it's this dude figured out the purpose of the pyramids was electrical alchemy. Um, and then the Nazis basically figured it out too. The guy who the Nazi scientist who's credited with the modern day current process of making ammonia, like the industrial process of making ammonia, is credited to a Nazi scientist who went to the Red Pyramid of Darshur, the one that smells like ammonia, the one that they say, oh, it's just bat droppings. He went there, and then if you look at the apparatus that he built that is still used today, upscaled, of course, it is the exact copy of the inside of the Red Pyramid of Darshur. And this dude, his channel is called Land of Chem, like chemicals. And he breaks it down like how pyramids are used to produce chemicals on a mass scale, particularly fertilizer, ammonia, Amun Ra. The original name for ammonia was salt of Amun, Amun, and they use cow dung to create methane, and methane is a precursor to creating basically any kind of chemical reaction. And I was telling Whitsit about this a while ago, and he said he was going to look into it. But I mean, I know he's super busy. But the one I think is the most interesting is the electrical shaping of biology, where I mean, they figured out how to regrow limbs by just using frequency. It's amazing.
I just looked up Land of Cam. I'm already subbed up. That's so funny.
If you want, if you want to, there's you should go. Funny Old World. He went on a podcast called Funny Old World, and he gave like an hour long presentation that's like a boiled down version of his thesis. And it is, when you hear it, it is spot on. They're real. It's just so accurate. The things like these vases that they say are vases, and they look like modern day lab equipment, like the design hasn't changed at all for modern day diffusers and boilers and all these things. And he like puts up side by side pictures of like, this is a modern day diffuser and this is a decorative vase found in Egypt. And then he's like, if you were going to build an apparatus to create um like, for example, Egyptian blue paint. Have you ever heard of Egyptian blue paint? Like, he goes through like calculating like, okay, the amount of paint that they would have needed to create is, you're talking thousands of gallons, thousands and thousands. So you can't just do that like with one dude in a mortar, a pestle thing, grinding up, like, you, that's an industrial operation. And then he breaks down like how all the pyramids are connected by these shafts, and fascinating. And he gets, I don't know, I guess people want it to be like ancient aliens and stuff like that, and they don't want like a conventional explanation, so it doesn't take off, it doesn't get the credit I think he deserves. um but
Who wants conventional explanations? I don't. I want freaky explanations.
well, check out that, and check out the Ed's secret to levitation, because that guy uses a lot of big words like Ken Wheeler, and I can't understand it all. But he's on to something, man. I'm telling you, he's on to something. Uh, I'm convinced he's figured it out. How Ed uses essentially like a magnetic short circuit kind of thing to levitate these heavy stones. And I think somebody smart like you guys could watch the video and see what I'm getting at. But the other one I wanted to tell you guys about was, I don't know if you guys are aware, but old Uncle Mustache is allegedly Walt Disney. They're the same person, and it sounds yeah, it sounds crazy until you actually go watch some videos on the subject, and you see like his old Uncle Walt hired all these people, and the guy, like, the video I saw broke down like 10 of his top people, like chief assistant, vice president, yada yada. And he's like, this guy is this guy, and he basically brought all the top Nazis over, like Operation Paperclip. He brought all the top Nazis over to work at Disney, and he's like, this is this SS officer, and he's now changed his name to this. And Uncle Walt is like, he kind of looks like it, but the assistants and the vice president and all the other little workers, it's like, holy shit, dude, that's fucking, Otto von whatever, this guy and this guy. And then the
Your
other
boy
weird,
Otto Vaughn.
yeah, Otto von Schmackenheimer or whatever,
Yep.
the
Notorious bad man.
yeah, the other thing that's weird about Uncle Walt is that he had um his personal house an exact copy of Hitler's house. Like to the fucking landscaping. Exact house, exact everything, exact facing, north, south, east, west, landscaping, the driveway. Like it's a cookie cutter, perfect copy of Uncle Mustache's house. And then it gets even weirder if you ever watch. I know you guys kind of like aren't into the crater Earth theory guys, but you know it's sort of like air pressure has to have a container. Well, if the Earth is a pond, like what's outside the pond? There could be, you know, more Earth. And the guy breaks down how Epcot Center is laid out like the greater Earth, like Uncle fucking Mustache Walt laid out Disneyland or Disney World exactly how what they discovered the bigger outside the pond looks like. And I know you guys have heard of that the channel God Give Lamaste, the Crater Earth channel. It got nuked off YouTube, but it's still on Rumble. And so that's pretty fascinating. And you know, like Jimi Hendrix is Morgan Freeman. That's the same guy. So they do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I gotta drop my phone's on 2%. I'm spewing. Thanks very much for having me up. I'll catch you later if my phone charges up. Take it easy.
Sacred.
My bad.
Come back around Roundhound and bring Josh and the rest of the anti-flat earthers with you.
Sacred, can you see hands?
I could speak now.
I don't see yours.
I do not see hands, but somebody's like 50 miles away. Oh,
Yeah,
Pizza,
I
your
could
hand
speak.
just went up.
I can
we
see
got-
Pizio's hand now.
Okay, so we're gonna go to Piezo right after that. LAF Keys, what up, man? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry. I'll
Yeah.
I'll jump off. Sorry, I think my mic cut off or something. I'm sorry, guys. That's
No,
all
we
I
can
got.
hear you. I was gonna let you finish. I was just making sure that everybody could hear each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, just check out those videos that I tweeted at the group or whatever that is, that button that you press to tweet. And I think before I got cut off, I was saying that Morgan Freeman and Jimi Hendrix are the same person. I don't know if you guys know that, but
That's good. I'll have to see some evidence for that, man. That's kind of.
type it into any search engine, Morgan Freeman, Jimi Hendrix, and you'll pull up side by sides, and your mouth will hit the floor. It's so obvious.
I want to know if Stevie Wonder could really see. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Stevie. Yes, yeah. So, anyway, hope you guys are well. And if Austin comes back with blonde hair, we're doomed, because that means they got him. That's what they do to the MK Ultra people, like Eminem and Kanye. They make them dye their hair blonde. So
Just got to know all the conspiracies.
He comes back wearing a scarf. We'll know something's amiss.
He's like, actually, guys, let me explain it to you. Oh, no, no.
Taking him to the top secret cloning facility under the ice.
Right? Well, I don't know. Did you guys ever see that? There was a Discovery Channel program, maybe 10 years, 15 years ago, where they tried to see if they could, like, sort of MK Ultra hypnotize 30 people and see like how many people they could get to pull off like a mock execution at a airport. And they actually got 2 people to do it with no drugs, just with hypnotis, whatever, can't say it, hypnotization. They convinced 2 people.
Hypnosis.
Hypnosis, thank you, to pull out a like a fake gun that they gave them and shoot an actor that they told him was a politician. If you it used to be on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure it got pulled down because they didn't want people to know how easy it is to actually MK Ultra people and that was with no drugs and no torture, just with hypnosis. So
You'd be surprised what you can get someone to do if you just ask them nicely.
Right? I'll give you a cheeseburger. Let's go.
Hey, bro, I got the heater. You trying to get up to some shit?
Oh, I got 12 wings and a 6-pack. I'm good to go.
People took the clot shot for a donut, so
Right? Man, I don't know. I'm glad I called in because I've been blackpilled lately. Even though, Trump won and we're supposed to be like all happy about that, like it doesn't feel good. The mood in the air doesn't feel good. So
okay, so
I'm positive, man. Go ahead, Piezo.